That brings me to my next question. What did you say that most people don't understand? What did you say people don't understand about working for the government?
Ooh,
You and I have both, in a way, worked for the government.
So for me, working for the government, well, look, it has numerous amounts of challenges.
The challenges are there.
So obviously, I worked for the government as a medical doctor in a government hospital. So you see all the issues that we have with the government
With
as a
funding.
direct. You see it directly in the things that the government manage, such as a hospital. Government hospitals are run poorly. Like we've got a lack of resources, human and
Financial.
tangible. Financial, you work more hours than what you paid for in most months, and sometimes they don't even pay you. Last year, I had a video that went viral, like over 100,000 views, where I was satirically sitting on my balcony going, I haven't been paid, so this is
Oh,
what
that's
I'm gonna
funny.
do.
I'm sitting on I'm complaining about not being paid
on my balcony.
on your balcony.
Yeah. So look, when they do pay you, it's good money. But when they don't pay you, they literally did not pay me for 2 months. Jan and Feb, I had no income. I
Oh,
was
damn,
waiting,
a
and
year
in
ago.
March, I got back paid. So, look, apart from all of that, like working for the government, it's very challenging. But you know that being a public servant, if you don't do the job, nobody else will. And so that is also held over your head.
Is
If
it
you don't
fulfilling
come-
in that way? Is that part of the pay in like it's fulfilling?
Some days are fulfilling, some days you're just like, well, this is just a waste of my
I
time.
don't need this shit.
I don't need this shit. Sometimes you've got patients that are terrible, that aren't appreciative of what you do. They don't know how little you actually are getting paid. Because if I look at the salaries of my contemporaries in... Those are my neighbors, don't worry.
Now I was looking at your nice kitchen while you were saying how little you're getting paid. But
No, but listen, it's not that we get paid little, but also you must take into
oh, you are a
consideration...
doctor, by the way, yeah.
But you must take into consideration how much we pay in fees to get the degree. We pay about 600,000 in total just to get the degree. And then we've got to work for the government that...
Carry on. We probably can't hear them on the mic.
Okay, cool. So then then on top of the fact that you've got this huge student debt to pay off, you now must start your life fresh. Now you're starting your life fresh.
I just
and you
realized
get paid a salary
it might have-
that's pretty high, like in terms of what everybody else is earning. But understand that to get into medicine, you've got to be the top 1% of the country academically, right? They don't take anything else. And then after you finish your 600,000 rand degree, you have done a 6-year degree, whereas your counterparts who are accountants, lawyers, whatever,
3-4 years.
who finished in 3-4 years and already have started earning. So by the time you in your 6th year, they already their income bracket is higher than yours already. They're earning, if not same, but more than you. And they work for companies that give them leave days and give them time off or won't exploit them. So there's so many other benefits that these people have. Also, every single degree in university is subsidized in some way by the government. Now, medicine is subsidized highly by the government. Our degrees would cost almost R1 million per student. But the government subsidizes about 40% of that.
That's
so
a good
in
thing.
return,
Most people don't know, but the people who do know it wouldn't shout it out as loud as they shout out how bad it is.
true, so the government does subsidize, but then they make us work for them for 3 years. Fine, we've got no problem with that. And they pay us to work for them for 3 years. It's just to
like a
keep us...
bursary.
Yeah.
But is it a
Every
subsidy or is it a bursary? Because a subsidy you might not even
No,
see.
the government subsidizes every single medical student. They give money to the government because also us being in the system, we from our 4th year onwards, we already in the hospitals. We're already working in the hospital. Even though we're not performing a full duty of a doctor, we are training doctors.
I'm just
and so
asking
we-
for clarity, the difference between a bursary and a subsidy. A subsidy, you might not even see it because it's like
Yeah.
All universities get subsidized,
Yeah.
which drops everyone's fees a little,
Yeah.
and they might not even really know that government funding is there. Okay, cool. So there is a subsidy, and you got
Yeah.
you got a bursary type of a thing.
So when I entered into medical school, because of my results, I got a bursary, which I got in my first year. But to maintain that bursary, you have to be in like the top of your class. So that's the top 1%. The top 10% of the top 1% you have to be in
To
make
maintain
it.
your
And
bursary.
university is far harder than school, obviously. So I didn't maintain my bursary. But obviously the government subsidizes every single student that studies medicine. And in return, we start training in the hospitals and assisting other doctors, but train at the same time
Okay.
whilst we're there. So we help out, but we also get help by training. Once we qualify, we do internship for 2 years and then community service. Lawyers, nobody else has to do that. And they're not obligated to do that. I think that they should do that because why not? Your degree is also subsidized by them, and you can also there are plenty-
A lawyer degree is also subsidized by the government.
and by being a lawyer, it doesn't mean you should go into private practice immediately and have your own law firm or whatever. Why don't they make it necessary for a lawyer to say have a year working for the government, either defending or prosecuting, working for the defense teams or prosecuting?
Yeah, also not all law is like criminal law. So there's maybe that thing, and also when you said it like that there, although I think it's a good idea, when you said it like that there, it sounded like in apartheid days when after high school, the white guys, you were forced to do a year in the military, type of a thing. But like,
I mean,
get
so
that.
why are we forced then? Why should we be forced?
Yeah, and I get you because the government is subsidizing them, so the government should get a return on investment some
It's
other
because
way.
you see, the problem is doctors are supposedly the only people that should have any sort of moral compass in their profession. Nobody else is obligated to do that.
Yeah,
Nobody
like
else
I
is-
hear you. That
is
is like
told-
a
Nobody else is told, no, look, you have you being a lawyer, you have a duty to society, to make society a better place, to uphold the law. Nobody tells them that.